Hi guys, so you have your orders in hand and you know that you're coming to Joint Base Mcguire, Dix Lakehurst here in New Jersey. Stay tuned because I'm going to share with you everything that you need to know about our base and how to get settled here. And we're starting in just a few. Welcome back everyone. My name is Olga St. Pierre and I am a real estate agent with Keller Williams Real Estate. My channel is all about living, working, and playing in Philly and suburbs and right across the river in the beautiful New Jersey. I have been an active duty military spouse for the last 18 years, and today I would like to share with you some of the tips and tricks that I think you will find helpful when you are making your PCS move to Joint Base Mcguire, Dix, and Lakehurst. So let's get started. All right, here's your tip number one. What I love about our base is the fact that it's actually 3 bases all combined in one joint space. So you have Mcguire for Air Force, you have Dix for Army, and then you have Lakehurst for Navy. So what that means is that you have 3 times as many things to do and activities to choose from. Our activity calendar is actually color-coded by the base, so that way you can see exactly where and when things are happening, and then you can pick and choose to see if you want to go to that base to be able to do those certain activities. That's 1. 2, I'm also going to encourage you to join our Joint Base MDL spouses group on Facebook as soon as you have your orders in your hand. And with that group, it's been very helpful to get questions answered, to speak to other spouses, to kind of get an idea on what to expect. So I'm going to post that group address right in the description box under this video, so that way you can head over there after watching this video. All right, tip number 2, traffic and location of our base. So overall, I love the location. We are centrally located right in the middle of the state of New Jersey. We're surrounded by forests and fresh air, so there is no traffic. However, the good thing is that you are in just about any direction of the base are within 20-30 minutes to everything amazing and tons of things to do. So for example, if you want to head east, you are only 30 minutes away from our beaches, or as we in New Jersey call it, down the shore, right? If you want to go to the shore, you're going to the beach. We have 130 miles of the shoreline. So if you wanted to go south towards maybe Atlantic City or Ocean City, it's going to take you a little bit more than half hour. If you want something fun to do, you're looking for some thrill, Six Flags Great Adventure is only 20 minutes away, and they actually have 3 parks. You can do the roller coasters, you can do the safari, or you can do the water park. Okay. Also, my husband raves when you are down at the beaches, there's 2 amazing things you can do. Is you can do deep sea fishing and go out for striper and bluefish, flounder and tuna. And also at the Seaguard National Guard Training Center, we have a free beach specifically for military, right? So free parking, free beach, where in New Jersey, most of the time you have to pay, get a pass to go to the beach. For us in the active duty military, it's absolutely free and it's less than 30 minutes away from the beach. Okay, now let's talk about overall, where are we located here? Even though the base is in central New Jersey, guys, we are just an hour away from New York City. We are 45 minutes away from Philadelphia. If in wintertime you want to go skiing and tubing, or in the summertime you want to enjoy some fresh air, nature, and lakes and swimming, you are 2.5 hours away from Pocono Mountains. If you want to get some more interesting and weekend trips, you have 2 hours away, you can go to Baltimore and Inner Harbor. And another 30 minutes down south, you hit DC, and you can probably spend a week or 2 down there exploring, heading to free museums and other amazing stuff. So in terms of location where our base is, it's amazing. You're close to everything. There's so much stuff to see and do. It's unbelievable. So I also encourage you to check out some of my other videos that I am constantly doing on a weekly basis about things to do, pros and cons, information on free beaches, information on dog-friendly beaches as well, which will get posted as well in the description box below. So location is absolutely awesome. All right, tip number 3. I am going to encourage you to explore Space A travel. It always amazes me how not many people at all take advantage of this absolutely amazing perk that's available to us active duty. And the fact is, Mcguire Air Force Base is right next to Fort Dix, which means that you are just a short hop away to be able to take advantage of the Space A. Space A, it means that is space available, and you get to travel if there are seats released on any plane that goes anywhere in the country or even to Europe. So the passenger terminal that we have in Mcguire is absolutely amazing. It's large. They have a great seating area, and there is a Facebook page that you can check out and get an idea on where they fly and how often. So I will post that web page for you to check out as well in the description box below. So this is an opportunity for you to explore new places, to do some traveling absolutely free. Our family actually did this a couple of years ago. We traveled literally with a book bag and a carry-on suitcase for each of us. There was 4 of us, and our goal was to go to Ramstein, Germany, and then be able to explore France. And that's exactly what happened. We flew for free, and just keep in mind, right? When you're flying Space A, you have to absolutely keep an open mind. You have no reservations for a hotel. You have no reservations for a car. If you are even more flexible, you may get to the terminal and say, okay, where are we flying today? Are there seats available for us? Hey, we can go to Rota in Spain if this is available, or maybe we'll go to Ramstein, Germany if that's where they're flying today. So it's up to you, but you can do some planning and look at the schedules. They get released at 0600 every day, and they post them for 3 days ahead. So you can kind of get an idea maybe how often the planes are flying to Ramstein, for example, because that's where we wanted to go. So a couple of years back, we took advantage of Space A. We flew to Germany, we rented a car, and we were able to explore the whole Champagne Valley in France. We made it to the Versailles, and then we explored Paris, which was a very, very lifelong dream of mine. We had fun, and then we drove back to Ramstein. We hopped on the plane again, and then we flew through Newfoundland, Canada, and then got back home. So I definitely encourage you to think about it as a great option. What you do need to know is your category, and also there are some rules that your active duty family member has to follow in terms of taking leave and being able to fly Space A. So definitely do some research ahead of time. However, with the fact that it is right there at Mcguire is an amazing opportunity for you. So I strongly encourage you to take advantage of it. All right, tip number 4. On-base housing. So if you are coming into Mcguire or Dix, then your on-base housing is being managed by United Communities. As soon as you have your orders in hand, you have to complete their application online, and you need to get on the list for your housing. If you're coming into Lakehurst, their housing is managed by Balfour Communities, and it's a completely different company. I will post their contact information as well as a website that you need to check out in the description box below. Tip number 5, let's talk about utilities. If you live on base and you are with United Communities or Balfour Communities in Lakehurst, then your utilities are going to be included in your on-base housing. If you're going to be living off base and you're going to decide whether you are renting or you're buying a home, just to give you an example with my own utilities, because I live off base, your electric and gas is going to run you roughly about $250 per month. Water and sewer will depend if you have public service, right? So if you have public water and public sewer, or if you're going to have your own well and private septic. So there are areas that don't have public water and public sewer. If you have public water and public sewer, that's going to run you between $150 to $200 a quarter. So I just wanted to give you an idea on what that looks like as well. Tip number 6, let's talk about off-base housing, whether you plan on renting or buying something in the area. So first, I am going to post a link to the BH calculator in the description box. Please use zip code 08640 to figure out what your BH is going to be here for our area in New Jersey. So for example, what I did is a calculation for an E5 with dependents at the joint base. They will be getting a BEH of $2,016 per month. So that BEH can be used whether you are renting or you decide that you want to buy a home here by the base as well. So a couple of things that I want you to keep in mind. Here is a rough map of the neighborhoods that I am advising that you can consider, and you can take a look and see based on the recommendations that I have for you. So important factors to keep in mind, okay? In New Jersey, the state of New Jersey is considered one of the absolutely highest in the nation for property taxes. So your property taxes for the area that you choose to live in are going to play a huge role in what your monthly payment is going to be, whether you decide to rent or whether you decide to buy. Okay. Also, it is strongly recommended that you pay close attention to the rankings of the school district that you may want to live in. Whether you have kids or not, our school districts play a huge role in the home values, whether you're renting or buying. So my list has recommendations as well of the neighborhoods, and I am going to also post two websites where you can compare school rankings in the neighborhoods around the base as well. So here are two examples for you that I have. If you were to buy a home, for example, in Southampton Township, an average, let's say the home is $340,000, your taxes are $6,600, and if you were to get a VA loan, your monthly mortgage payment would be $2,211 per month. Okay. In North Hanover Township, let's say the home that you're purchasing is $379,000, right? As you can see, our home values and the prices of the homes in the neighborhoods are not inexpensive, so they're actually quite high. So for North Hanover Township, your taxes are going to be roughly about $7,100, and your monthly payment is going to be about $2,436 per month. So based on your BEH, you will just need to figure out what your budget is going to be, and then based on that, in the neighborhoods that you may want to target as your potential good options, to see what your budget is going to be like on what you're going to be comfortable paying per month, and if you plan on buying, of course, or if you're planning on renting. Right, so if you are making a decision in terms of whether you should just buy or if you want to rent, keep a couple of these things in mind. So if you plan on buying, there's a couple ways you can do that, right? You can come out and fly out ahead of time and do some searching and, be very strategic about looking at homes around in the neighborhood, getting to know some of the statistics in the areas, and then seeing if that works for you. And then you will have about 45 to 60 days, depending on what time of the year you're planning on purchasing, to actually be able to close on your new home purchase. Or you can do that once you actually arrive at your duty station and you are in temporary housing, and then go out and look at homes. Just keep in mind that you're going to have a couple of moves, right? Once you move in and get into your temporary housing, and then you're going to have a second move from your temporary housing heading into your new home. And of course, if this time frame is going to work for you, right, between 30 to 45, maybe 60 days from the time you go on the contract until you actually get into your new home. So depending on how you are able to handle your stress levels, because, making a PCS move, whether you're doing it yourself or you're having the military move you, it is stressful overall, whether it's close or not, if you're making a cross-country move, pets or not. So you decide on what you're going to be comfortable with the most. Next, what you need to do is, if you are planning on using your VA benefits, you need to actually pull your certificate of eligibility for our area and have that handy, because it takes some time sometimes to get that ready to go, and you're going to need that if you want to get a VA loan and use that for your purchase. So for our area, the VA entitlement is actually pretty high. For the surrounding counties surrounding the base, the VA entitlement is actually $484,000, which is quite high. So you have a good amount of funds to be able to work with and to find something decent in the neighboring communities that we recommend that you look at. So Any other questions about buying a home or renting or what might be better or not, definitely check out our PCS guide as well as your joint base guide as well. And you can request all of that information in the description box below. Tip number 7, let's talk about the schools for your kids when you arrive to the joint base MDL. So if you're planning on living on base, you have 2 options. For pre-K through 6th grade, your options are North Hanover Township School District and Pemberton. Once your kids are in 7th through 12th grade, they can be attending North Burlington Regional School District or Pemberton. My suggestion to you is that because when you get on base, you literally just have 10 days to make a decision and get your kids assigned to the school. You review the ratings and maybe talk to some other spouses on that Facebook and get an idea on what they think may be better out of these 2 options that you have. And I will post the websites that you can check the school ratings on as well, so you can make a decision. Just keep in mind, for the on-base housing, once you make a decision on the school district where you want to put your kids, you cannot change your mind. They will not transfer them to, if you change your mind and you just want to go to another school district. For off-base, you must attend the school district where you end up settling in, depending on the township that you're in. There are some regional school districts that are available, so I'm more than happy to give you some suggestions and advice, but your best bet is to check out 2 websites for school district suggestions and ratings to give you an idea, maybe something more important than other for you. They talk about test scores, they talk about extracurricular activities, and you can also get more information on each of the school's websites as well. So I will post all that information in the description box below. Is tip number 8, making plans for making your move down to New Jersey joint base MDL. So whether you're planning on doing your own move, your Diddy move, or you're planning on using the military to move you, as soon as you know that you're coming to our area, start making plans right away. Join the spouses group, start determining what your options are, so that way not only is it stressful to move, period, when you're making a PCS move, I think it's even more stressful because you have so many other factors to consider, and usually you're all on a time crunch as well. I am more than happy to share with you a joint base MDL relocation guide, as well as your own customizable PCS move guide as well. You can request both of those in the link in the description box below. That will certainly help you and make your move a little bit less stressful. And of course, if you have any other questions about moving here and making your PCS move to New Jersey, I am always happy to answer any of your questions. I hope that you enjoyed this video and you found the information that I provided helpful. If you have any other questions, please put a comment below, or you can reach out to me directly. And stay tuned for more videos. But for now, thank you for watching.